In our previous classes, we have learned that there are thousands of species of plants and animals on the earth. Although plants and animals look different, they carry out the same life processes: nutrition, respiration, movement, growth, reproduction, sensitivity, and excretion. In this lesson, we will learn about the similarities and differences between plants and animals. Now, similarities between plants and animals. Similarities means what is same for both plants and animals. All plants and animals breathe. They need food to grow. They grow in size. They move. They feel or respond to stimuli. They reproduce their own kind. They die. Respiration, the process by which animals and plants take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide, is called respiration. All plants and animals need oxygen to live and carry out their life processes. Plants. Plants breathe through tiny pores or holes in their leaves called stomata. Air and water can pass through the stomata. Plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Animals. All animals take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. Different animals breathe in different ways. Land animals such as cats and dogs use their nose and lungs for breathing. Most of the aquatic animals such as fish breathe through their gills. They breathe the oxygen dissolved in water. Insects breathe through tiny holes called spiracles in their body. Earthworms take in oxygen through their skin from the water present in moist soil. Frogs have two organs for breathing, lungs and skin. While in water, their moist skin helps them to take in the oxygen dissolved in water. When on land, frogs breathe through their lungs. Such animals which can live both on land and water are called amphibians. Food. All living things need food to live. Food gives them the energy for growth and development. Plants. Green plants prepare their own food by a process called photosynthesis. Hence, green plants are called producers. Photosynthesis. The leaf prepares food for the plants in the presence of sunlight with the help of water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the air. Therefore, leaves are called the food factory of a plant. The plants around us appear green due to the presence of a green substance called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll helps plants to absorb sunlight. The stomata found on the leaves absorb carbon dioxide from the air. Roots absorb water and minerals from the soil, and the stem carries them to the leaves. Through the process of photosynthesis, plants produce glucose, also called starch. Plants use this glucose to grow. Excess glucose is stored in fruits, roots, stems, or leaves. Oxygen is released during the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis happens in all the green parts of a plant. However, leaves are the main site of photosynthesis. Animals. Animals cannot prepare their own food. They depend on plants for food either directly or indirectly. So they are called consumers. Based on the type of food they consume, animals are categorized as herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. Herbivore. Some animals feed only on plants. These animals are called herbivores. Examples: cows, horses, goats, elephants, and deer. Carnivore. Some animals kill and eat other animals. These animals are called carnivores. They do not eat plants. Example: lions, tigers, snakes, and wolves. Omnivore. Some animals eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are called omnivores. Bears, chimpanzees, and crows are some omnivorous animals. Human beings are also omnivores, as they eat both plant-based food such as vegetables, fruits, and nuts, and animal-based food such as meat, fish, and eggs. Scavengers. Scavengers are animals that feed on the remains of dead animals. Vultures, cockroaches, and hyenas are the most common scavengers. Growth and development. All living things grow. They change in shape and size as they grow. However, there are some important differences between the growth of a plant and the growth of an animal. Plants. When a seed sprouts into a baby plant, it does not have all the parts that an adult plant has. It has a small root, thin stems, and tiny leaves. As the plant continues to develop further, new leaves and branches appear. After some time, flowers appear. These flowers then become fruits. Thus, in plants, different parts appear throughout the course of their growth and development. Plants grow through their lifetime. Animals. When a human baby is born, it has all the parts that an adult human being has. However, the size of the parts is very small. As the baby grows, the body parts also develop and ultimately reach the size of a typical adult. New organs are not formed in human beings and animals as they grow. Human beings and animals stop growing after a certain stage in their lifetime. Movement. Movement is very important for the survival of all living things. Plants. Unlike animals, plants cannot move from one place to another. However, parts of plants can move. The root moves under the soil in search of water. The shoot system moves up as a plant grows. These movements are very slow and are not always evident. Example: the lianas in forest climb supporting trees in search of sunlight. Animals. Animals move from one place to another mainly in search of food. water, and shelter. Most animals walk using both their front limbs and hind limbs. The ability to move from one place to another is called locomotion. Animals display a variety of movements based on the situation and requirement. For example, while grazing, a deer walks slowly. When it senses danger, it runs very fast. Animals such as snakes have no legs. They slither on ground using the scales on their bodies. Aquatic animals such as fish swim in water using their fins. Birds fly with the help of their wings. Response to stimuli. Any action that produces a reaction in a living thing is known as a stimulus. Its plural is stimuli. Plants. Plants respond to stimuli such as light, touch, gravity, temperature, and water. Their response to stimuli is very slow. Sunflowers turn towards sunlight. The leaves of a touch-me-not plant close when touched. Plants such as Venus flytrap close their leaves to capture insects that sit on them. Tulips open when the temperature rises and close when the temperature drops. Animals. We see light using our eyes. We hear sounds using our ears. When we touch a hot pan, our skin feels the heat and we respond by swiftly moving our hand away from the pan. Animals also respond to external stimuli. Animals have sense organs which help them to feel the changes around them. What will a bird sitting on a branch of a tree do if you clap your hands or shoo it away? It senses some danger and it flies away. Thus, animals respond to external stimuli.